Hi, Tony. Oh, can you hear me? Oh, oh, did you say something?
Can you hear me?
Yes,
Okay,
yes. You're
excellent.
all mic'd up.
All right. I don't know if anyone will show up for the meeting. We'll see.
Well, they've still got time. Some of them just pop in at the end
Yeah,
or
we
at the
got
end of the time. Yeah, yeah.
we got a little time. How's it been there? How's it been going?
Pretty good. Yeah.
Yeah.
New year, same stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know what I forgot about the new upgrade coming in February. It's like, oh no.
Yeah. I haven't looked at it very much, but
Well, it had 314 and 315, I think, were on the notes, but I
yeah,
didn't know which one we would actually have. I never can remember. I know there's like two ahead, or, which one we're actually going to be on.
it seems like we're going to upgrade all the way through 15, but usually
Hmm.
we used to be one behind because we
Okay.
would wait for
The
all of
testing and,
the
yeah.
all the bugs to be worked out.
Well, it's never bug free.
No.
They work on the big ones.
Yeah.
No, I looked at the notes. I couldn't really, just nothing jumped out at me.
Yeah.
So.
I don't think there's much on there that will be
like
uh
last year that the whole that was
yeah.
a lot of changes on all platforms, it seemed like.
The only thing I saw was privacy for reports. I think something about um if you're not the person who did the report, or it's uh, the other person won't nobody else will be able to view it.
Yeah.
Uh that's I mean you download the report, anyone you want to send it to can view it then, so I don't think it's gonna be a problem.
Yeah.
There's Karen.
Hi, Karen.
Hello. I know that Heather was in another meeting, but she's trying to
Mm.
make it. She was going to cut it close. I know.
Yeah.
That'll be okay. We can wait a little bit. Hello, Regina.
How's everybody doing? Everybody having a good year?
So far, so good.
All right.
Well, just hope it will not get any worse.
Amen to that.
We must have had some.
Did everyone complete their patron purge?
Oh, yes.
Yes, we
Yeah.
did.
Yeah, we did, but I understand there's some libraries that had not quite gotten it done yet. And
I try to do it a couple times during the year, so it's not so big at the end, and
Yeah.
everybody's got to deal with however, depends on the numbers you have to deal with, I guess, so.
True.
I'm afraid if I wait till the end, everybody tries to do it at the same time, so then I'll blow it up or something.
There's Heather. Hello, Heather.
Hi. Oh, I'm so sorry for being late.
No problem. Way to make an entrance. Yay.
You're gonna you're gonna love it even more when I turn my camera on.
Oh, good. Is it Halloween or what's going to happen? Oh, she's
Oh,
in
you're
her
in a
car.
car.
Just like Mary Kay. She always contacted us when she was in her car driving. I always remember that.
I was in transit from one library to another, and it just didn't work out for me today.
Do not do meetings and drive, Heather.
I was gonna say, are you actually driving or are you just in the parking
The
lot?
car is off. It is completely
Okay.
stationary. I am in a
Okay.
parking lot. I would
Oh,
Very
okay.
good.
plus this is being recorded, right? So
Yes.
Oh, sorry. Strike whatever I said then. I don't.
Yeah, but no one can ever access the recordings.
Oh,
are we waiting for Colleen or anyone else?
I don't know if we'll have anybody else. I mean,
Well, I guess I will not bury the lead then. I talked with the MLC directors about the possibility of my accepting the chair nomination, and they have agreed that I am able to do that. If the committee would still like me to be the chair, then I would be happy to accept.
All in favor say aye.
hi.
Aye.
At this point, I'm gonna
Congratulations.
have to, Tony, if you don't mind, I'd like to send you an email and maybe we can have a quick meeting and talk about the work you've been doing and how I can
Absolutely.
transition that.
Whatever you would like and whatever you need.
Great, thank you.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I'm glad you'll be able to do it
Me
because
too.
that will make my bosses happy. They won't think I'm sneaking behind their backs and trying to run meetings.
I was hoping that Colleen would be here because I was interested to ask. I think one of the things we'll be able to do to sort of spread the work out a little bit with the committee and to take that work away from Tony directly is the reports help email that we discussed during the last meeting. I think just having one place to email would be really fantastic.
And like I said, there is a reports email. It exists.
And you said you do have that. You do have the.
I have access to that. It's just reports committee. It's reports at MissouriEvergreenLibraries.org
Okay.
What is
is the
that?
email.
Is that's different than the listserv that you're talking about? Is that right? Is that what you
Yes,
mean?
it-
Okay, because I know it's ME reports
Yeah.
on the list, but okay,
Uh,
thank you.
And I have and Heather, you may already have the sign in for that, I think, with the information I sent you.
That makes sense. I will look. I will double check.
And I mean, I literally never checked the email personally. I only used it when I had to access the ME section of shared reports. But if we get people start sending emails there,
Does anyone see a barrier to just going ahead and publicizing that email as a place to reach out to for assistance?
As long as we set up like a distribution list
Yeah.
so that it's going to
it-
everybody, that would be my only thought. Like the cat help
Yeah.
is actually a group, not a single email, so it just goes to everybody on the committee. That's the only like
yeah, it
logistical thing I can think of. Yeah.
would need to have more than one person getting that because it's, but yeah, and it may not work out to be the most practical email. I'm not sure. But it's a Gmail. They should be able to hook it up to a group.
Yeah, I guess I
Uh,
had been thinking that we would just people as they had moments they could just log in and check it. But I think Karen is right that a distribution list would be a little bit more effective.
The likelihood of people seeing stuff goes way up if they don't have to log in separately, I would think.
So I think Colleen probably could make that for us since the executive director has the power to like they made the distribution list for Aspen and other things.
I'm not sure. So it's actually for cat help, it's like a Google group, which I bet Liz manages. It might be worth checking with her about how that is set up exactly. I can reach out to her and
Okay.
find out how she has cat help set up.
Make some notes.
I'd say once we do decide it, I mean, all we have to do is advertise it, and I think people will start sending their emails, their requests there.
And Tony, any emails that come to you privately, we can
I can
you
send
can
them
just
off.
forward. You can just forward to the list, or if you would prefer to respond and say that you're forwarding to a group, then that might help them not email you next time. Stem the flow.
Yeah, we'll let them know that I'm going to send this along to the entire group. Where everyone will look at it and
I think too, having several people look at it, I hope that will give us almost more of a sense of a pattern, what we are not, where we can possibly create a new template for use, or if a persistent subject keeps coming up and we can say, we'll discuss this at a future reports committee meeting, and then we can look at it, as a group. And I know that we aren't often putting all of our meetings on YouTube, but if it was especially a learning meeting where we were having a working session about a type of report, I think those could be useful.
Well, as I had mentioned before, that is more a matter of access. Um, I can get the recording, but I can't directly upload it to YouTube. Which is ridiculous. I can sign into YouTube, but when I try to upload something, it will block me from doing so because it wants a two-factor identification, and that identification is not coming to me.
I have definitely had that problem with other committees. See what we can do to find out about that.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, if I could just comment as a, you have to set this up exactly like cataloging has it. And if there's any other email, they all have to be the same, because 5 years from now, everybody's going to forget, like, oh, this is a different set. Like, one person has to know how this works, or they'll be able to call cataloging and say, hey, how is your setup? Ours is the same. You have to make sure. So if that current email isn't set up that way, I would not advertise it. I would get one that's set up exactly like cataloging.
Hmm.
I know the only request email I'd received recently was much in line with the patron purge. Except they wanted to know what patrons they had that were active within the last 3 years. So slightly different, but so that's the only one I have received recently.
Okay, good.
And I will say that the report I sent them initially from our ME folders did not work. And then I had to go into it and look and see, and saw that no, it doesn't actually work. So we'll have to eventually hunt down some more of our reports to test and
I
find
think,
out.
yeah, I mean, iteration, I don't think people like hearing how much iteration is really just an essential part of the reporting process. But it is the reality.
Yeah.
I think too that we're not even seeing all of the reports needs out there. Liz Rudloff has mentioned that she
Oh, yeah.
receives report requests, and so I hope when we get the distribution list up and going that this will be a benefit to her as well, and we'll see requests from catalogers that we weren't seeing before, and maybe we can stop reinventing the wheel every time. Get a template uploaded to help
Absolutely.
everyone.
I have a question, Heather, about the report that you helped me with on the stat cats.
I'm sorry, Marianne, I
Can-
can't hear you very well.
Can you hear me now? No?
A little better.
Well, I've got mine turned up. I don't know if that makes any difference or not. No?
I can hear you, Marianne. I'm
Oh,
not
good.
sure.
I'm so sorry. I think
Oh.
maybe.
Okay. Okay. Now she's. Are you still adjusting something? No? Okay. Heather's muted. Okay. But you can hear me? Kind of. The StatCat report that we worked on, a lot of the results had items on it that were no longer in the system.
I am realizing, I was talking about this morning. I'm realizing I don't think we put an item deleted false
Yeah.
on that, did we?
I probably not. I wondered if that was the reason. So
I think that now that you've said that,
I know.
Now that you've said that, I think we forgot to do one of the most basic things we're supposed to do.
Yeah, because all the ones I looked at, a lot of them that I looked up, it says item not in here anymore. I'm like, oh, no
Item
matching
not
items.
found.
Item not and then no matching items. Yeah, so I'm gonna have to go back and add that thing.
Do you feel confident adding it or?
I don't know. I'll probably, I've got that on a lot of other reports I can look at too.
Okay.
And to see what it looks like. But yeah, what it's like item is deleted false or whatever that line is. So yeah.
I'm sorry about that.
No, that's how we figure it out. Yeah, Heather was helping me on these. I was trying to find, because we do use StatCats and section of the library. I was trying to find all the ones that had the wrong section in for where their shelving location was. That was because a lot of our reports that are run by Equinox uses section of the library and the age to give us our statistics. And so I thought, and I when I run an inventory list, I see these ones with 2 or 3 in that has science fiction fantasy in the section, but their shelving location is just fiction or something wrong. So I wanted to find those and clean them up. So we thought she really worked hard and got all those ones, the report that will work. But then when I checked we didn't put in item is deleted false, I guess. Yeah, that's how it's worded. So anyway, that was my question for the day.
I'm glad we got it mostly figured out. It's like we were saying before, iteration is just inherently part of the process.
Well, and also it doesn't matter whether I put one branch or if I just put the SJPL, it gets them all. And even if I put SJPL and just one branch, I still get them all. So I think that is why they fixed our library's branches system in the drop down, because that's how you get that StatCat business. That's the only thing I can see. On other things too, probably, but I'm guessing that's why they did it, because we had our setup like that. So anyway, yeah. Well, anything about the new upgrade coming out that if you looked at the notes to see if what's going to affect us any, the 3 point in February, the new update of 3.14, 3.15.
I looked through that and I think for at least what I saw, the biggest reports related thing is the ability to create a bucket in Evergreen from a report result list. So I don't it's not going to change how the reporter works fundamentally like going to Angular did, but especially for catalogers, I feel like that is going to be a very nice feature that you can just, rather than doing the rigmarole of run your report, convert it to a text file or a CSV file, upload the list into the scan item screen, add to bucket, add to basket, whatever. All that business, you can create one from the report automatically, which I am very excited for.
Yeah.
That was the only thing I saw. I don't know if anybody else had a chance to look more closely.
I looked through it and I think there's some great functionality coming, but I also didn't see anything else that was specific to reports.
There was something about, I think some kind of change to maybe make things run faster, possibly if I was reading that correctly, but I'm not sure.
I
There's
opened a ticket.
sorry.
Yeah. I had a ticket open a couple of months ago, maybe, and they recommended to me a new source that I don't think I have really looked into, but it was the combined agent active circulation slim version.
I think it's just looking at fewer tables is my understanding of that, but I'm not positive.
Yeah, they said it was optimized for faster reports, but one of those things where the reports I have work, and so I'm gonna stick with those. But so I at some point we'll experiment with the slim version just for fun.
The only other thing I noticed was the report security enhancements.
Yes.
And I mean, it's not really going to affect anything. Once you download a report, you can send it to whoever you want. You don't have to worry about.
And I think if we did make changes to reports permissions, it'll be down the road. I mean, based on the conversation that happened about trying to limit sharing, I think I don't know how interested the consortium is yet in exploring more granular reports permissions. So maybe if we can make it past the sharing hurdle, then the more granular permissions would be useful to us. I know another topic last time was the survey results, and I have to admit I just have not done any work with the templates yet because of the holidays, etc. But if anyone else has,
It's been too busy. It's too busy a time. That's understandable.
anybody have any reports they would like to discuss or take a look at together? I feel like it's just the usual crew here today, so I'm not sure we have anyone who has like a burning reports question.
I will say I responded I can't remember which listserv Darcy sent this to, but she was looking for kind of suggestions on how to figure out what's still popular with patrons, and the ability to do in the reporter a top titles list that sums circulations by bib record or by author authority or something like that would be really cool. And I took like 10 minutes this morning. I was like, nope, don't know how to do that right off the bat. The place where I
That would
wanted
be
to find
cool,
the
though.
place where I wanted to find a sum option, there was only a count option, so I gave up and just sent her the name of the one that's in there already that's on an item basis. But I don't know. That's that's on my thinking about in the background list anyway. We have a SQL report for it, so it's not critical for us, but it would be nice if everybody could have that through the reporter because it's a super useful tool. And we also used to have it in Polaris, and we lost that when we migrated. So yeah.
I'm not sure I've seen that email thread come through. I'll have to search back through.
I think she sent it to the catalog. It was a couple days ago. It was posited as help me figure out what to order from Ingram, so it may not have looked like a reporting question, but I answered it in
Okay.
a reporting way.
Don't we need like the top 1,000 titles? Wouldn't that be more fun? 500, something like that.
As long as you can sort it.
Oh.
But Heather, the report I did send her uses the slim source path, which was the first time I'd ever actually used it. So anyway.
So in terms of actionable items, I have emailing Colleen about the distribution list for reports. And then Tony sending you an email to just make sure we've got a handle on everything and make sure no balls drop during this transition. And then I guess we should probably figure out that YouTube problem eventually. I'm not sure how many people would want to watch this particular meeting, but
That has to be going to it used to go to Steve, so I'm sure it must be going to a director email or something.
Okay. That makes sense. Write that down. Okay. Okay, and then for next meeting, I do hope to have actual progress on creating some of those templates, or at least like being ready to like work on them together in a working session if we don't have member libraries show up that have reports questions. So I think that would be fun. Sounds sarcastic when I say things like that, but I really do think it would be fun. So does everyone here want to be on the distribution list?
That's
Yeah,
fine.
yeah.
Karen, Marianne, Tony.
I think if we're members, we should be on the list.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Regina, are you okay with being on? I'll check chat because I know sometimes you prefer chat.
I don't know how much help I would be, but I wouldn't mind taking a look. I'm basically just trying to learn everything that I can.
I think seeing the help questions come through, I
Yeah,
think
yeah.
sometimes those things are so helpful. Thank
Yeah.
you. Okay. No problem, Krista. I mean, if you're, it's sort of like if you're here, you're on the committee, you know? What's that hotel that when you're here, you're home? That's kind of how it works, but does anybody have any other reports topics on their mind? I don't mean to forcefully wind us down. I can stay in this parking lot with the gentle rain as long as as long as we need.
Well, this isn't a reports question, but since I have a captive audience, maybe I could ask about the message bee. There's a new, I'm trying to open it. There's a new message that says that it's rejected due to volumetric violation. And I looked that up and it says that, and we have a ton of them, and normally we don't have that many rejected message bee failures, but it says it's because the volume was too high and they were rejected based on that. Does anybody know anything? Like, I'm guessing that I can't do anything about that. Um, does message bee retry sending those or?
Was this Friday? Did Colleen send out the failures on this most recent Friday?
I'm not sure if it was Friday or Monday because my days have kind of gotten
Oh, I see. You know
um
what? It was actually Wednesday. I see the
okay.
same, which means I haven't had a chance to look at it yet. Let me download that really quickly. There were a couple of new error messages, I think like a month ago that she said she was looking into, but that
Yeah.
might be a Colleen question because she has a direct line to MessageBee and
Okay.
can ask them literally what it means. I'm
Okay.
gonna look for that error message.
And I will send her an email and ask her about that. I think we might still be waiting to find out what the reason other than those covered by the 4XXX code. Do you remember
I remember that
that?
she said she was gonna discuss that with them because it started showing up one day.
Okay. So we're all sort of not knowing exactly what to do about these rejections.
I think so. Let me see. I'm looking for the
I know if we have another contact from the person, we will contact the individual and
volumetric violation.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
so
it.
that starts on 12/26 at 5 p.m. And there was one, and then all of them say that on the 26th. So if even not sorting by library, I'm just looking at the spreadsheet, and the whole 26th, they're all failures or rejections due to volumetric violation. So the late in the day on the 26th, something.
Okay.
I wonder, Colleen had talked about buying more text messages. I wonder if we literally ran out. I think that's a very good question, though. Did those get resent if it was indeed something administrative like that? I'm gonna. Yeah, the 26th is just chock full of those violations, but they don't really appear before or after that.
Okay.
At least when I sort by timestamp, that is what I am seeing. Because I do see messages.
Yeah, that's true for what I see as well, that it was just on the 26th.
That's interesting. But since we are not seeing successful sends on this report, we don't know if those were resent. So I'll be very interested to hear what the response is from Colleen when you get one.
Okay, sounds good.
I think that's a very good question to ask. Did she address it? She did not. No, that's all right.
Well, thank you for pointing that out. I can make my email more specific now.
It's nice when it's not an ongoing problem, a blip that we can say, what happened here? But it's not still happening. So hopefully that was just that day and they resent. Kind of a reports question. What does this report mean? I'm curious what, actually, since we're on the topic, so what I do with that report, I go through and if people have opted out, I remove SMS from their accounts and I add a note to say that it was removed. But is anyone doing anything with the other messages?
We contact them directly.
Okay.
If there's an email, we'll send an email to them saying, hey, you've got this list on your account, but it doesn't go through to you. Basically, contact us if you still want to get text messages and but on the opt-out ones, we also contact them to see if they actually did want to opt out. But far too often I run across them where if it's not going through text-wise and they don't have an email, I can't even call them because their phone isn't working. So it's a lot of times it's a matter of, oh, I don't have service right now, so that's the reason it's not going through.
Yeah.
A few times, well, more than a few times probably, it's given me the opportunity to look at the phone number in that box and is it, there's a typo frequently that I can update that and then everything's goes well after that.
It's the ones that are blank that I think are so mysterious. I feel like there's a couple that show up every month where the phone number is blank and it says invalid phone number, which of course it is. It's completely blank. But sometimes when I go to the account, there's a phone number there, and like that's always very interesting. But it always seems like one of those mysteries that like could put as much time into it as you want, and the time is never now for those kinds of little things. Anybody have anything else they would like to discuss or get feedback on? Well, in the words of Tony, I will accept a, what do you say? I'll accept num, a motion to end the meeting. Oh, I got it right.
Yeah. Very good. Very good. I will second that motion of silence on the part of everyone that they're done with the meeting.
Well, thanks everyone. I'm so sorry I was late, but it's delightful to see you all as always. And some of you I'll see sooner than others. But barring that, I will see you all at the February meeting, and this time I will try to send out a reminder to our wider membership.
Thank you.
Thanks, everybody. Have a great day.